Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Drone Camps RC. I'm Justin Davis, your host, and you're looking at another selfie drone. Today we have the JJRC Elfie. It is not anything near as wild or complex as something like a DJI Mavic, of course. This is in the $1,000 range. The Breeze 4K, another selfie drone, is in the just under $500, around $450 for this one. Both of these have 4K video, and then we start to go down in the price range, and we get the ZeroTech Dobby for around $275, I believe. That one has 1080p stabilized video, software stabilized video. Now we have something new here. This is the Elfie, and what this is a sort of toy grade quality selfie drone. This is the first one that I've seen that come out with folding arms like this and sort of mimicking something like the ZeroTech Dobby. They are close to the same size. They both have this little on-off button on the very top. It looks a lot like it, but kind of a slender black design. They're almost the same thickness, but this one is way lighter. Also does not have GPS on the Elfie, so you're not going to get GPS hold, but it does have altitude hold, and I've already test flown it before I started doing this video, and it flies really well. You're going to get around a 10-minute flight time with this, whereas this one has brushless motors on here. And I'll go ahead and fold these arms out for you on the Dobby and show you what these arms look like. They do have folding props on the Dobby and a tiltable camera, which this one also has folding arms and a tiltable camera. Now this one's 1080p and the Elfie is actually 720p, but the arms fold out on this one. It does not have folding props, which maybe in a future version we'll see folding props on here. That would be kind of cool, but pretty easy to start this up with the one touch on the button for the on-off button there. And like I said, your camera is tiltable in the front. It tilts up and down manually by hand, and you have LEDs front and back, and these LEDs in the front are actually pretty bright when you turn it on, so it's nice. The battery is on the bottom underneath here, and it comes already plugged in, so you want to go ahead and take this out. It comes with a little USB charger, and you can charge this by your computer or wall outlet. Probably takes just under an hour to charge up this battery. I'm going to look closer and see what this is. This is a 1S 500 milliamp, and I didn't see any other videos talk about what app controls this little selfie drone, so I'm going to show you the app real quick, which app to download in the App Store. I'm going to go ahead and show you on my iPhone right here. This is called, let's see if I can get it to focus, it's called JJRC UFO. Now we'll go ahead and start up the drone for you, and now it's waiting for me to connect to the Wi-Fi. So another thing this has is onboard Wi-Fi. So what you do first is you go into the settings in your phone and you go to the Wi-Fi just like you're going to connect in the cafe, and I select this VSL cam. I'm going to go ahead and tap on that, and I don't have any password here, so that's kind of cool. So we just go right into the JJRC UFO app, and I tap on play here, and I should see some video here, some real-time video. So it's not a lot of lag on this actually, which is kind of nice. It looks fairly decent. You have on-screen controls, down and out to the left and right. So like this starts it up, and the same thing to stop it, and that turns it off. So like I said, this one does have brushed motors, but you know what folks, don't worry about that, because this is a $40 selfie drone, and this one's all about having fun for a decent little price, and this one flies extremely well. Starting at the very top of the line, the $1,000 foldable 4K DJI Mavic Pro. I'll go ahead and set that on the scale. I'm at 738 grams for the Mavic Pro, and let's look at the unique Breeze 4K. With the battery on board, takeoff weight is 385 for the Breeze 4K, and the ZeroTech Dobby, we're looking at 199 grams, so that's under 250 grams for the FAA registration point. That one does not need a number on it, which is pretty cool. And the Elfie, the lightest of them all, with the battery on board and $40, we're looking at 73 grams total takeoff weight. So under 100 grams is actually pretty damn amazing. So let's go outside and let's fly the Elfie. Alright guys, here we are, we're outside, and I'm going to go ahead and do this flight test. It's raining a little bit, but we're going to go ahead and get it up in the air. And by the way guys, it's going to ask you for access to your phone's photos and video library so that you can save your videos and photos right to your phone. So no SD card is needed on this one. I'll go ahead and put the sticks down and out, see if I can get it to take off. And by the way folks, inside the app there is an altitude hold option. You're going to have to do that to get the altitude hold working correctly. I'll go ahead and start the video. And look at how stable that is, right in the front yard. This is like almost, let's see if I can get it hands off in the rain. There we go, look at that, just floating. No GPS on board, so, and hopefully this video saves to the phone correctly. But the biggest thing that I saw about this is that it's a really stable flyer. We've got people building next door in the rain. That's interesting. There's always interesting things outdoors. So bring it in a little closer so you can see it. Look at those rear lights on the Elfie. Relatively quiet little drone. Let's go ahead and explore. Let's go fly a little further out there. Rely on my FPV to fly out into the field a little bit. There's a crow out there, kind of drifting. It looks like there's a little bit of wind out there. I'm gonna try not to hit those. Oh, hit the power lines. Good save. Okay. Come on back. Come on back. So this one is very susceptible to wind. Very susceptible to wind. Okay, so we're connected again, and still a little bit wet outside, but let's go ahead and take back off. I know I've got a little bit more battery left. And keep in mind folks, the red LEDs are in the rear of the copter. Drifting just a little bit. And if you get a little bit of drift one way or the other, it does have trim tabs in here, so you can kind of trim it out a little bit. See if I can find that. See if we can do a 360 flip. Push the button on the app, but it's not doing the flip. So we'll go ahead and hit record again, and it'll save that down to the phone. Let's come down a little further. And rain doesn't stop anyone from doing anything in the Pacific Northwest. It's a part of life out here sometimes. And this is doing really, really well. Actually, all the electronics are inside that frame, so I'm not too worried about anything shorting out. So now that was the auto takeoff and auto land. We have auto land option on here. Let's come in closer to the sidewalk and do a little auto land. Okay. Alright, I'll go ahead and start the motors up again. Take back off. I was doing a little bit of exploring earlier, and when I flew over to the field, it really didn't want to come back. Mainly because of the wind. This thing is under 100 grams, so it's not going to handle a lot of wind. But it really does fly well. The altitude hold is locked on. If it didn't have altitude hold, it would be a lot harder to fly this little drone. Super stable. And I'm going to go ahead and go into that faster speed mode now. See how much faster it is. It's really... And I believe the battery's getting low. Might be doing a durability test here in a second, folks. The front lights are flashing, so that's letting me know that the battery's getting low and it wants to come in and land. You see that? Don't fly it too much longer because it could hurt your battery. So now I'm in the fastest flight mode. I wanted to show you that really quickly. And look how much faster it is and how much more agile that yaw rate is. Really fast. Hopefully I don't land in a mud puddle. Super fast. Play around with the yaw rate. That's about it for the Elfie, you guys. It came in and did a little auto landing right there on the sidewalk. Not bad. Not bad for $40. I'd like to take this one out to the beach and do some flying out on the coast. That'd be a lot of fun. So that's been the Elfie, guys. Thanks again for hanging out with Drone Camps. I'll see you on the next one.